Well, despite signs that say no parking and no trespassing, people are parking and trespassing along the side of the Julia Tuttle Causeway to enjoy a little beach time. We were there this afternoon as a police officer went from group to group asking people to please leave. Miami-Dade County Mayor Carlos Gimenez has issued another order to stop people from congregating. Today he told all apartment and condominium buildings to close their pools and close their gyms.
And the mayor joins us live now. Mayor, good to have you. Thank you for joining us. And you also mentioned closed golf courses are becoming a magnet for large groups. Tell us about the problems you're seeing with people refusing to comply with social distancing in that regard.
It's becoming a problem, and we've had complaints about pools and these condominiums not being closed, so we have to issue another order for pools and also the gyms to close. The gyms pose a threat because people come in, work out on some equipment, they may not disinfect it. Somebody comes in later, touches the same equipment, and so it's a source of infection. The pool's the same way. You may end up with parties too close, and you need to maintain your social distancing. And we've heard of reports, especially in Coral Gables, the Granada Golf Course, where people are using it as a park. Both golf courses and parks are closed, so you can't use a closed golf course and make it into an open park. That's a no-no. So we're asking Coral Gables and other municipalities to crack down on the social distancing requirements, not only in golf courses, open spaces, but mainly in those essential services and stores that are open. So we also issued a distancing marking requirement. We did that a couple days ago, where it has to be on the ground, and Miami-Dade County Police is actively enforcing the social distancing rule and law, and I'm asking also municipal departments to do the same thing. That's the most important thing I think we can do when people are out and about doing what they should be, which is just the essential services. Outside of that, they're safer at home, and that's the mantra.
Mayor, I'd like to get your perspective on the situation in Broward County with these two cruise ships. There are sick people on at least one of these ships. I'm sure there are desperate people. And Governor Ron DeSantis says he doesn't think it's the right idea to have them come to Port Everglades. I know this is a Broward County issue, but what would Miami-Dade County, how would you respond to a situation like this if it were Miami-Dade County?
Well, we've allowed ships to dock only for American citizens. Those and those that are not from the United States need to be healthy, and then they can get off the ship, and then we ship them directly to the airport on their planes, and so they're out. But I also believe that it's difficult for me to really justify using the resources of Miami-Dade County, you know, the beds, the ICUs, the respirators on folks that are not from Miami-Dade County, and there are other ports up the line that don't have the same number of positives that we do, and so we need to keep our things in reserve. Look, I'm not saying.
So you agree with the governor? You agree with the governor on this? You agree with the governor?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, and so and we it's a really difficult situation, and we've had this situation at the Port of Miami, and what we told them was, look, the cruise lines, you need to put medical personnel on the ships so that they can take care of sick folks. American citizens, that's something different. But we've already taken 17 to 20 people off cruise ships for humanitarian reasons that were in very critical conditions, and we put them in our hospitals. But you know, there's got to be an end in sight to this. We can't continue to be the dumping ground of the cruise industry, because we have our own people here that we have to make sure that our resources are for the people of Miami-Dade County.
All right, Mayor, getting back to Miami-Dade County and the compliance, I took a walk the other day on the Rickenbacker Causeway, and it was full of people, no social distancing at all. What tools do you have at your disposal to really enforce this social distancing, which has become a problem in some areas?
The social distancing is not a request, it's a law. And so if you are not practicing social distancing, you could be given a second-degree misdemeanor and given a notice to appear. If you are a business that's not enforcing social distancing in your business, you can be given a second-degree misdemeanor. We also will shut you down. And then that's been the you know, what we've said lately. We've had thousands and thousands of visits from Miami-Dade Police to all sorts of businesses and construction sites and everywhere, that it's enforcing the social distancing requirement. That is the key here enforcing the social distancing requirement when you're outside, when you're out shopping, when you're out getting your medicines, that is key. And then if you're not doing one of those essential functions, then you're safer at home, and that's the mantra too. And by the way, if you're safer at home, doesn't mean that you're going to have a party at home. It doesn't even mean that you should have your loved ones that are not living in the same household. We really need to kind of separate from each other. I know it's hard. I'd love to see my grandchildren, and I haven't been able to see them for a couple of weeks, but that's the way we're going to beat this virus. And you know, the good news here in Miami-Dade is that we do have hospital beds. We have about 5,000 empty hospital beds. We have over 300 ICU beds available. We have over 700 ventilators that are available, and we have more on the way. We want to make sure that those resources are, you know, that's all the resources that we have to use, and that if anything happens here where we have a peak, that we have the medical infrastructure and the medical capability to make sure that we're treating our patients here for Miami-Dade.
Okay, Miami-Dade Mayor Carlos Gimenez, thank you very much for joining us with that those important messages about social distancing we're all dealing with. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
You.
And there's